It's the 21st of December 2020, 4 days to Christmas. Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6 with me, Bernice Abubedulansa. The news is live on Joy 99.7 and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra, also on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi. Affiliates across Ghana, including Radio Fumbisi 99.7 FM in Fumbisi and worldwide at myjoyonline.com. Coming up, Joy News investigative report unveils what led to violence on election day in Techiman South constituency, leading to the death of 2 persons and injuring of others.
The police started the warning shots, then the military also complied. So some of the guns were pointed upwards and some through the crowd.
A Joy News exclusive coming up shortly, and the NDC says its audit has revealed evidence of vote pardon in favor of the NPP as it continues its challenge of the 2020 election results.
Is because of evidence of widespread pardon of votes in favor of the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party.
And in business, cost of living expected to go up following the marginal increase in prices of petroleum products at the pumps over the weekend.
And later, what does Christmas mean to you? And how are you planning to celebrate this season in a year characterized by a global pandemic?
Those who will have the bronya biscuit and the rest, we show it to the camera and let us all see eating together from only one plate. It's not going to happen.
It might be a socially distanced get-together or gathering, but I will still do that.
We visit a family which has laid out a plan for what it calls COVID Mass. Thanks for your company. The details now. Emerging eyewitness accounts and video records reveal live ammunitions were fired into a crowd in the Techiman South shooting, which killed 2 people. Videos available to Joy News show some military and police personnel firing directly into a crowd in the December 8 incident. Some eyewitnesses give horrifying accounts of how the joy of observing the collation of electoral results turned into shooting. Love FM's Erastus Asaridonko spent days in Techiman speaking to eyewitnesses and collecting videos of the incident. Here's his report.
Most parts of the Techiman South constituency were calm and peaceful on voting day. After polling station results had been declared, all roads led to this place, where the collation of results took place under the strict eye of the public.
This is the Bono Champion Hall in the Techiman South constituency. This is where collation of electoral results happen.
Throughout the night, supporters of both NDC and NPP kept vigil, observing collation of results. But the collation night will soon turn chaotic. Security agents fired warning shots to maintain calm as supporters of both parties fought and destroyed ballot boxes containing results from some polling stations. Alaji is an election observer.
Late hour, somewhere around 11:30 going to 12, there was an allegation that some boxes were coming. And some team youth were here protesting that those boxes shouldn't go into the collation center. So all of a sudden, there was a struggle. Others were like the boxes would come in, others were like the boxes would not come
between
in.
The NPP and NDC.
Between the NPP and the
supporters
NDC.
Who are outside.
Supporters who were outside. So there was a struggle, there was a fight, and there was even a gunshot that night.
Fired by who?
By the police, just to scare the supporters. So at the end, they fought and broke those boxes.
The ballot boxes?
Those ballot boxes. The papers were flying away everywhere.
December 8, 2020, a day after voting, was pregnant with expectations. Supporters of the NDC and NPP gathered outside the collation center in anticipation of who won.
The NDC supporters, their team inside the collation center was saying that they were not satisfied with those boxes or the results in those boxes. So it was like an argument back and forth until later in the evening when those results were added, MPP had 49,682, the parliamentary candidate, and the NDC parliamentary candidate had 49,205. And so immediately they shoot it out, the jubilation started. So the teeming youth of the NDC who were also standing here were angry. How comes? Because they know that they were trying to force in to the hall.
So they were here?
They were on the left here.
They were standing here?
Yes.
In their numbers?
In their numbers.
And they wanted to force their way into this hall?
Into the hall. And the MPP supporters too were also on the right. But the military and the police, they were in the middle, trying to protect the crowd not to move in.
Some accounts say party supporters started pelting stones at the security personnel. Others also say the supporters were forcing their way into the collation hall. But what happened next will remain a black day in the political history of Techiman South. This video shows protest from the crowd. Then the shooting starts. A journalist who witnessed the shooting from the front of the collation center gave this narration.
The police started the warning shots, then the military also complied. So some of the guns were pointed upwards and some too were, through the crowd.
Erastus Asari Donko with that Joy News exclusive on the Techiman shooting. There's more later. Do stay with us here on Joy 99.7 FM. Now, the National Democratic Congress says its audit has revealed widespread vote padding in favor of President Akufo-Addo. The party and its 2020 presidential candidate John Mahama have rejected the outcome of the election, insisting it was flawed. Speaking on News File Saturday, Communications Officer of the party, Sami Jemfi, said it has uncovered instances where votes for Mr. Mahama had been reduced and that of candidate Akufo-Addo increased.
The first reason why we take this position is because of evidence of widespread padding of votes in favor of the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party that we have uncovered through our audit of the presidential results. This padding happened mainly at constituency coalition centers where polling station results recorded on the faces of the statement of poll, what we call the pink sheets, are aggregated. So you realize that in aggregating the polling station votes, additional votes, or let me say more votes, are added to the votes of candidate Akufo-Addo in some cases.
Sami Jemfi is National Communications Officer of the NDC, Executive Director of the Center for Democratic Development. Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh, speaking on the same show, reiterated calls for the NDC to present its evidence to the courts for redress. Now, a number of fire outbreaks have been reported in markets and other public places across the country. Whilst the National Fire Service is yet to establish the cause of these fires, it's become a source of worry for traders who are losing thousands of cedis in these outbreaks. Last Saturday, a section of the Kaneshie market was razed down by fire, leaving 9 shops totally destroyed. Michael Ikwe-Kwasante has a wrap of all the fire outbreaks.
On November 18, a dawn fire at the Odona market near the Kwame Nkrumah interchange destroyed goods worth thousands of cedis. The cause of the fire has not been disclosed yet. On Tuesday, 15th November, fire destroyed at least 3 shops in Koforidua, the eastern regional capital. The blaze was reportedly caused by an electrical fault on the main power supply pole and spread to nearby shops. It emerged from the incident that the only fire tender serving the regional capital, Koforidua, and its environs had been grounded for the past 2 years due to lack of funds to repair the vehicle. In another development the same day, a fire outbreak at the Kantamanto market in Accra destroyed shops and goods. The cause of the fire, which affected the second-hand good dealers in the market, has not been immediately established. Just this Friday also, a fire outbreak at a local market in the western region town of Asankregua razed down 4 stores. Residents had to battle the inferno before the arrival of the Menfi West Division of the Ghana National Fire Service. On Saturday evening, a section of the Kaneshie market complex went ablaze, destroying at least 9 shops. Even before the fire service establishes the cause of these fires, Accra Mayor Mohammed Ejeisowa has disclosed that procurement processes have been completed to undertake extensive rewiring of markets in Accra.
Kwekwa-Sante with that report. And 2020 has brought on so many novelties with the emergence of COVID-19. We walk around with masks and no longer shake each other's hands, but use our elbows. So how are you planning to celebrate this Christmas, bearing in mind the presence of COVID-19? Hannah Odami visited the Sego family, and here's how they intend to spend Christmas.
Coming joy news into your home. Have you already done your decoration?
Yeah, we started. This whole tree